Today's video was sponsored by Mwangi Francis of Pennsylvania, a true patriot and a Kenyan nationalist at heart. Stand by for debrief in 3, 2, 1. It seems to me President Ruto has a sinister agenda, but thank God because these evil schemes are bringing themselves to daylight. Just listening to this elected psychophant daydreaming about changing term limits in 2027 through a referendum that's conjoined with elections. Roll the tape.
Kama we have had a constitution for over kutoka 2010, almost 15 years. Basi, if there are issues, na mimi nataka nirishukuru sana Rais William Ruto kwa ile mambo mengi umefanya in the last 2 years. Remarkable progress of this country. Basi tuanze kubadilisha basi constitution ya Kenya hii. Kama kuna mambo yenye ni mbaya tuirekebishe sasa. Kwa sababu juzi tulikuwa tunaeleza kwamba wale ambao walitengeneza constitution kutoka kule 2003 walikuwa na maono. Lakini kwa saa hii we have worked on this constitution for 15 years. I think then if there are issues tuanze kuleta proposals tubadilisha hii constitution 2027. Let us bring in those questions, iweke katika referendum pamoja na election, tupige elections na tubadilisha hii constitution pia tukiweka tick pale.
And he's not the only one. We also have Cherargei, who for the better part of last year and this year has been pushing for his constitutional amendment bill 2024, whereby the president's term will be increased from 5 to 7 years in office. Now in this video I want us to look into why Kalenjin leaders seem to be pushing for an extension in term limits, and also why it's a bad idea. And with no further ado, let's get after it. So here's why Ruto and team are pushing for term limits. Reason number 1, this is Ruto's way of benefiting himself while also returning a hand to the unpopular MPs who impeached Gachagua. But even then it's a major gamble because the law only applies forwards and not backwards. So the leaders who will benefit are the ones who will win re-election or election for that matter in 2027. A change of law now, in other words, will not help Kimani Ichung'wah, will not help Kawanjiku and all the others who went against the grain. You see, even if we change the law and say that our leaders will go for 8 years, it starts in 2027 because as at right now, they are beholden to the law that brought them into office in 2022. Uliingia chini ya katiba gani? You don't change the constitution and then start reaping the benefits or repercussions of that same constitution there and then. Anywho, on the flip side, because there's very little benefits to this compared to downsides, so here's why I would say it's a bad idea. Number 1, if Ruto and Cherargei are keen, they will realize that it's only one community that's excited about term limits, and not even one community, leaders from one community. No one else is talking about it because people have ambitions. This is not 1992, this is 2025. Ali Hassan Joho might be in broad-based, he's a CS today, but he has presidential ambitions. Same with Oparanya, same with Didi Nyoro and Babu Owino, Gachagua and all the others. Nobody wants to hear about a term extension. The only argument we have in this country is 1 term or 2 term. Nobody is talking about extra years or extension of term limits. The moment they go down that road, they are going to lose the entire National Assembly, the entire Senate, and an impeachment motion is now going to become a reality for the Commander-in-Chief. If anyone wants to become unpopular, this is the fastest way to become unpopular, especially as a president. No one likes dictators, especially a country like Kenya. If the finance bill alone can make Kenyans go and eat mchele awetangula, what about a term extension? Which intersect will Kenyans not reach? That is a very dangerous trajectory if you ask me. Second reason why it's a bad idea, this is definitely going to attract judicial speed bumps. This country, much as it's a banana republic because of corruption and corruption alone, everything else is working just fine, including the judiciary. Which is why BBI went nowhere. Which is why this NADCO report will also go nowhere. Anything that is not organic and comes from the people will not stand in any of our courts. That is the reality. Unajua the good thing about our courts, ni wakora wanapiga deal hapa na pale, but when it comes to real issues touching on Kenyans, they really apply those checks and balances. If there were pushovers, we would be having the BBI in effect today. Raila Odinga would have been the de facto prime minister because they didn't want the loser to go home empty-handed. We would also then have an opposition leader. Everybody would be in government. So an extension in term limits will definitely attract judicial speed bumps, roadblocks for that matter, because speed bumps you can slow down and find your way through them. But a roadblock is a stumbling block that you can never pass. And I believe that's what the government is going to face with each and every appeal till the highest of the highest. So to Cherargei and company, even if it is kutafuta umaarufu kwa wananchi, find something better. You know, Cherargei is a master at trending. Alitrend sana na Murkomen. We all agree Murkomen has a problem here and there, but Cherargei is always attacking Murkomen on each and every single ministry he goes to, each and every opportunity he gets, he's always attacking Murkomen. So that anaweza trend na jina yake. Now he's using the president's name, saying, oh, we will extend from 5 years to 7 years. And his reasoning is that the first 2 years in office usually goes to waste because of maandamano and back and forth with the opposition. So like I said, if they have years, do not propose an extension of term limits. Because if you do, all of you will be going home and there might not even be a country after that. But at the end of the day, guys, that's just my opinion. Do let me know your own comments in the comment section below and I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. Now with that, here's today's ad of the day. If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602 and he'll get your house dapped up. Now, if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. If you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button, you're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.